Hey YouTube, what's up? One of the questions I'm always asked is, as a minority, as a Christian, as an LGBTQ activist, how can you possibly support Donald Trump? I want to give you 5 reasons why I'm voting for Donald Trump and why you should too. Number 1, Obamacare. This is a letter that I got in the mail from my insurance company. It's a cancellation notice. Basically, my healthcare policy was canceled because of Obamacare. This past year, I paid $274 per month for healthcare insurance. On top of that, my deductible was $6,500. So in any given year, I would have to pay $10,000 out of my own pocket before I even see the benefits of Obamacare. And on top of that, now they're telling me that I have to pay even more next year? Yeah, right. Even Bill Clinton said that Obamacare is the craziest thing in the world. Now, I don't know if we can actually repeal and replace Obamacare, but if there's any hope of that happening, it's with Trump and not Hillary. Reason number 2, Donald Trump will secure the border. Hopefully, all Americans are on the same page that without a border, we don't have a country. Look, I'm all for people coming here legally to pursue the American dream. If you want to come here with your family and assimilate, more power to you. It's not bigoted, it's not racist to want to enforce our existing immigration laws. Illegal immigrant is not a race. And here's the ironic thing. Even though the border is one of the reasons that I'm voting for Donald Trump, I know that it's also one of the reasons so many people aren't voting for Donald Trump. But here's the secret. Most of the people opposed to Trump don't actually oppose his policy on the border. Most people actually agree with his policy. The reason people oppose Trump is because they've bought into the lie that somehow Trump is a racist, especially against Mexicans. Well, I want to fact check social media, and I also want to fact check the mainstream media. Donald Trump has never said anything racist, and he has never said that all Mexicans are rapists. What Trump did say is that many illegal immigrants are criminals, including, yes, rapists, but that some of them are also good people. Could he have phrased that better? Yes, of course, but he never once said anything racist. Number 3, the Supreme Court. Look, even though I'm personally conservative and have a few libertarian tendencies, I don't want a conservative Supreme Court. I also don't want a liberal Supreme Court. What I want is a court that respects the Constitution and a court that makes decisions based on the Constitution, not politics. In other words, Trump's picks for the court are constitutionalists. They're not political hacks. Compare this to Hillary, who, as recently as the 3rd debate, said that she wants to nominate liberal justices to the court. She wants them to legislate from the bench, and that's something that I'm completely against. That's something that you should be against, because that's not the purpose of the Supreme Court, and that completely corrupts the checks and balances that we're supposed to have in government. Number 4, Donald Trump will keep us safe. Let's not forget that ISIS was created. The Middle East has gotten worse under Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. A lot of people point to Hillary's experience as why she should be in the White House. Sure, she has experience, but it's bad experience, and her track record is just as bad. We all know that Hillary is a hawk, and she is personally friends with people who profit from war. Even the Huffington Post has said that Hillary is a product of the war machine. And look, Putin has even said that America will go to war if Clinton is elected president. Number 5, Donald Trump is fresh blood. It's time that we have fresh perspectives and fresh ideas in Washington, D.C. The majority of Americans say that America is headed in the wrong direction, and this is not a new trend. We've been saying this for decades. Hillary Clinton has been in politics for decades. You've had 30 years of her. We've had a Clinton presidency. She was senator in New York. She was Secretary of State. Is America headed in the right direction? No. And so why would we elect someone who has a terrible track record, someone who has had a chance to fix these problems, but has only made them worse? Trump offers change. Trump offers a shakeup of the status quo, and I think that's something that makes us hopeful, and I think that's something that the Founding Fathers would have championed.
The conservative movement has really grown. It has grown up. It has grown beyond the notion, the sentiment that it's just all somehow a bunch of old white guys from the 50s. People, we're dealing with a new generation of conservatism, and it's really, really exciting. We've got prominent figures like Milo Yiannopoulos, who is a homosexual, admittedly, and he's done so much for the conservative movement. He's great. Now, before, conservatives shunned gay people. They shunned gay people, and vice versa. Gay people shunned conservatives because conservatives, again, were the party or the movement of folks that, were sticking to that concept of traditional marriage. And, these days, though, folks, I mean, the scales have fallen off so many people's eyes, and they realize that the state really has nothing to do with marriage whatsoever, and that it should be up to individuals to decide who it is that they wish to love and fuck. And that's what conservatism has become, thanks in part to the, infiltration by libertarianism. I myself am bisexual, and I am a conservative commentator, but I'm bisexual and very proud of it. I don't know if you could tell by the pink tie and, my really nicely done nails. But I'm super proud, honestly, of being part of this movement that has really morphed and has evolved. And it was like after Orlando when I think a lot of gay people really came on board with conservatism. So this is this is just a recent phenomenon. And then we had Donald Trump, who I think has done a lot to bring in all kinds of new people into the conservative or alternative right movement. He's done so much. So after Orlando, Trump said, look, I am for you, and I will be your strongest advocate against those who hate you, against those who want to kill you, against those who do kill you. In their own countries, they toss you off of roofs. They sew your butthole shut. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. And Trump stood up and he said that he was with the LGBTQ community. He said that after Orlando, and he also expressed that notion at the RNC in his final speech. So, despite what liberals might tell you, these aren't the folks that harbor such diversity as they claim to do. Liberals claim to be a diverse crowd, but honestly, it's just a bunch of old, guilty white people. I mean, everywhere I go, it's just every liberal I meet is just this old, guilty white person who feels like they owe black people reparations or some shit. I mean, it is. So they are collapsing. The liberals are collapsing. Conservatives are on the rise. It's really interesting to see what's happening with conservatism. There's all kinds of fresh, new, young blood involved with conservatism these days, and again, super proud to be a part of this revolution in thought, of this revolution of ideas.
Hey fam, what's up everybody? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I just want to say congratulations, Donald J. Trump! Oh my Becky. Like Hillary is because she took, I think her foundation took $1 million from Qatar for a weapons deal. God damn, Qatar! And she took money from Saudi Arabia. This heifer is one pantsuit away from wearing a fucking burqa. You think I'm gonna trust someone who's in bed with Islamic countries like Qatar and Saudi? And not only that, but to top it all off, Omar Mateen's father was sitting behind her at one of her, I think it was at her tour date in Florida. Now remember, Omar Mateen is the Muslim radical who shot up, I forgot how many people was injured, but he killed 49 innocent people in a gay nightclub. 49. The man who turned his son into a fucking monster, who killed 49 people in a gay nightclub that he frequented. She, Hillary Clinton, said, I'm good with that. I want to show you how close I am with the Muslims. And Islam is a religion of peace, okay? So why don't you come on over to one of my speaking engagements and sit behind me so that all the Muslims can see how I am real tight with Islam. You think I want somebody like that in the Oval Office? Are you serious? You really think I want somebody like that as our president? Fuck you, Hillary Clinton. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Your political career is over, girl. You just don't know. Trump won, folks. Oh my God, isn't it great? This is such a kick in the ass to SJWs and feminists and Black Lives Matter everywhere. So, choo-choo, all aboard the Trump train. Choo-choo. train, Trump train, Trump train, Trump train. Yeah. All right, folks. Later